Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome to Mama from Scratch. I hope you're all having a beautiful day so far. Today I'm going to be sharing with you more home organization ideas for 2022. I have really been enjoying organizing my home, and so today I'm going to share with you some of my favorite ways that I have organized it to make it functional but also beautiful at the same time. I find that if you just do one or the other, it doesn't last very long, but if you can combine both of those together, it makes for a happy marriage and it just lasts so much longer. And I'm really excited to be partnering with Cricut today. They have made organizing my home for my family and me so much easier, and I think they'll be able to help you out as well. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do, give it a big thumbs up. I hope you get lots of ideas and ways you can organize your home and make it functional and beautiful. With that, let me go ahead and take you around the house and share with you different ways that I have organized it using Cricut. We're going to start off here in the laundry and mudroom, which is probably one of the most used spaces in our home besides the kitchen. And I really wanted these two spaces to function so incredibly well for our family. And it's taken a lot of trial and error over the last many years to get this down. And with that, we ended up changing the layout of this room. So if you were with me last year, then you might have saw that the laundry room was actually here on this side, and then the mudroom was going to be over there, even though it didn't exactly exist yet. But the washer and dryer were originally here on this wall, and it just impeded the walk space, which wasn't working for me. And so I ended up basically taking this entire area and putting it over here, which I'm so incredibly happy that I did that because it fits perfectly in the space. I'm talking we have an inch of spare room, so that's really good. But here on the mudroom side, I did this whole wall treatment. You guys can totally do. I have a whole entire video on this in the laundry room. I'll leave it linked down below for you, and also here on Eye in the Skies. But I ended up installing these PAX units here to the wall, and it just made everything so much better in here. Visually, it's super pleasing to look at, and everything is hidden behind these doors, which I do like because you can actually install these doors to open the same direction. Whichever way you want to, it totally works. But let me tell you, which is probably what you want to see inside the cabinets. Here's a quick overview of how it looks inside the cabinet. And then right here, I actually have two shelves, and I went ahead and labeled them using my Cricut Explorer 3 to do that. And Cricut is a smart cutting machine that allows you to create personalized projects with hundreds of different materials. It works with software called Design Space that comes free with your machine. This is where you can create your project and browse from hundreds of different images and fonts. And then once your project is created in Design Space, it will send it to the machine to start cutting. Let me take you through the whole process. I used my smart vinyl for this, and I just went into Cricut Design Space and went into images, typed in labels, and then they give you thousands to choose from. And I have a couple that I like that I have saved, so I just click on those, and then you can change the color and resize it the way you need to. So I just went ahead and duplicated it by right-clicking on it, and then you can pick the font that you want and then size that down to fit inside however you want it to look. Very simple, easy. And then once from there, you're going to go ahead and highlight the piece, and then you're going to hit the slice button at the bottom of the screen and do that for both of them separately. And then you can pull out the letters, and now you're left with different designs that you can choose. Do what's best for you. I wanted to keep them highlighted like this. So then I attached them. Cricut will then show you a couple different prompts on what to choose, and I chose without a mat, and then I'm choosing smart removable vinyl for this. And then you'll go ahead and hit the load button, load your paper in, and then it will cut the design out for you. You'll remove it, and then you're going to start using the weeding tool and weeding out any of the excess that you don't want to be showing. You're going to clean the surface. You're going to take your transfer tape and put that on, and then pull that label off, and then center it on your design, place it on, and you're going to use this little scraper tool. You're going to varnish it on, and then you're going to pull the transfer tape off, and you're done. Simple as that. And now everybody will know exactly where those items go inside your closet or wherever you're organizing. Thing that I absolutely love that I have in here is a glove warmer. That's been a game changer. I cut out a spot in the unit to have access the plug that was originally on the wall, and this is great because when it's in use, the door can be open and it's not impeding the walkway, which is golden. And then when they're dry, they can just shut it and they can leave them on, or they can put them down there in the drawer. Very easy. Accessibility for kids is key. These are not the 24-inch deep cabinets. These are only, I think, 13 or 15 inches. I don't remember what they are. So we couldn't do the hangers sliding in. We had to put them horizontal, which is fine. It works for us. But it wasn't really going to work for the kids, I figured. So with that, I just have them hang their coats right here on this little rack. It works perfect, and they can hang their coats there. But I really like this because we have different trays in here, which have worked really well. On the kids' side, I have a drawer for their hats and gloves, and then I have raincoats, whatever else they're not using. In the summertime, I'll probably add another drawer just for extra supplies. And when people come over, nobody sees any of our stuff. It's like having an extra closet unit in here. Super affordable. You guys can definitely do this yourselves. It's not that hard, but you can add these into your regular closet too, which would be great. But I really like the way this whole space flows for our family. It is so much more functional than I've ever had in any of our homes, and it's easy to keep clean because everything has a spot. Hopefully you're getting some ideas on ways that you can organize your home as I'm sharing the ways I've organized my home with you so far. Over here I ended up adding this wall treatment, which worked out really well. I kept everything very simple. I can actually add more hooks if I want to. Kids can use the bench. I really like the way this space came together. It took me a couple days to do just simply because I had to paint everything, but it was so worth the result in the end. Over here in this cabinet is all of my cleaning supplies. I kept everything very visual, very simple in here. Every shelf has a purpose. So the upper shelf is extras, the next shelf is specialty cleaning items, and then I have my steamer, then I have my main cleaning supplies here, and then I have a drawer for my towels, for my steamer and my iron. Then I have a drawer for all the vacuum parts, and then I have my mop area down there, which is really nice. But I love the fact that everything is super visual for me here, and it's very colorful, but I can close it and everybody can access it, which is great. And then over here on the corner, I have our stick vacuums. I am so happy I decided to do this because it has worked out incredibly well. The kids can take the vacuum out and vacuum when they need to, and I can. It's just easily accessible. And then these two shelves I added, dog treats and a couple other things for the dog up in these two areas. And if I want to, I can actually add a door here later on. I just haven't done it yet, and it's too cold to paint anything right now, which is kind of frustrating because I have a couple projects I want to work on. I just can't because it's too cold. So this is where the laundry room is now. It was basically a blank space, and I added the vertical shiplap on the back wall, and then I added these floating shelves here, which I really like the way they look. I can add cabinets here if I want to, which I might redo this part of the area this year, just color-wise and stuff. I might be changing that, so stay tuned. But I'm really liking the way it works. All of my cleaning supplies pretty much fit in that unit over there, which is really nice. So I just wanted to make this very visually pleasing since I have to stare at it and stuff. And I typically don't fold laundry here. I always fold it on the couch or on our bed. Let me know if you guys do that or not. So up here on the shelves, I just have extra cleaning supplies and some towels, but these labels were made with the Cricut as well. And I really like this because these were actually drawn on with a pen. Did you know that your Cricut can do that? It's pretty cool. So you can do different designs and things like that, which I really like. The versatility of the Cricut is really nice because you can make pretty much anything you want with it. I make signs, you can make pillows, clothing, mugs. It's a tool that keeps on giving to you, which is really nice, and it's just a great crafting tool. But I like this because you can pick the font that you want and it will write it out. You can pick the style of the label that you want. There are so many different designs that you can choose and to make on Cricut Design Space. It's really, really nice. It's super easy to use, and so really the possibilities are endless with it, which is nice. So I just have those stacked there. Those containers actually came from Home Goods. I know somebody's gonna ask. So I really like them because they have the lids again. And then I just have for lint here, put a couple plants. This holds my lint balls. And then I ended up doing labels for all of my laundry detergents and stuff. And I just kept it simple. I wanted clean writing with them. It worked out really well. And this is actually a orange juice pitcher that I found at Target. I just use it for laundry detergent and works easy. I don't really ever use the cup thing. I don't really use that, but I like how everything has a spot. Everything is simple. Whether I'm doing the laundry or somebody else is, they know exactly where everything is, and that is key when you're organizing your home. Dirty laundry is usually in that bin, but it's really nice because they fit completely underneath there. But if you didn't want to do that, you could put shoes and things like that underneath the bench as well. So now for pantry organization, I wanted to share a couple of different ways that you can make labels in here. Again, I just have a few saved that I really like, and you can visualize the color of the label by choosing the colors that you want to play with, which is really nice. I went ahead and chose this other font for the other type of label, and when I did that, it made the letter spacing really large, and so I wanted to kind of decrease that a little bit, and so I just hit the negative button on that, and then it shrunk it down so it would fit in the size label that I wanted. And then I just highlighted it, I sliced it, and then I went ahead and right-clicked it and then made multiple of those by duplicating it. So I did the same thing for this type of design, and I wanted them to be a little bit bolder, so I decided to do them in black. Again, I chose without a matte for this, and then I put all the vinyl in there with removable vinyl. You can use permanent if you want to, but again, just load your machine like normal, let it do the cutting for you, and then you're going to weed out everything that is left that you do not want. Cricut has a couple essential tools that you can get, and I really like the weeding tool and the varnish tool. It just makes things so much simpler. This little pick works awesome, and it's just so satisfying when all the letters are synced together because it just peels right off. So you're going to take your transfer tape just like we did before. You're going to varnish that on with your little tool, and then I like to flip it over and peel it off, and then you're going to put that onto your label. So this is what the old style label looked like that I did last year, and I like them still, but I kind of wanted a bolder look for the pantry right now, and so I peeled that off, cleaned the surface, and then I went ahead and stuck my new one on. Tried to make sure there was no air bubbles in it. If there are, you can just slowly work those out, no biggie at all, but it's so satisfying to see the space come together and see everything be organized, because when it's organized and labeled, nobody has an excuse for not putting it back where things belong. You know what I'm saying? What type of labels do you prefer for your pantry and different organizers in your house? Do you like the letters cut out, or you just prefer letters themselves? I realized after cutting all the labels that I forgot to do the other two for oats and pancake mix. So I just used a scrap piece of my removable vinyl, and this was smart vinyl, but I decided to just stick it on a mat, and you can do that. And that way you're not using an entire sheet and wasting anything. So I like doing that for some of my scrap pieces. Really simple, and the process is still exactly the same. Now for some of the newer containers I got, I didn't want to put the labels on the front because I wanted to stack them sideways. So I just went ahead and did the words in Cricut and cut those out. And for some reason, some of the letters, the O's weren't cutting out completely, which doesn't bother me. It just draws more attention to what it is. So I just went ahead and did the same thing, added the transfer tape, placed those on, and then just used the varnish tool and pressed it on and then removed it. And I love how clean looking it looks with just the lettering. I like both, so that's why I have both in my pantry. So do what's best for you and your family, but I like a combination. I think it works really well, and these containers work incredibly well. I really like the brown sugar one because it has the brown sugar holder in there, and it keeps the brown sugar moist, and the seal is great. So here's a little overview of how the pantry looks all organized. And I did keep some of the older labels because I like the way they look on those particular bins. So here in the living room, I added these built-ins last year, and I'm really glad I did. One of the main reasons I did that was to have an area for the kids' games and things to go. And then the other side is all related to TV stuff. But I liked this because, again, it helped me organize the space. I kept a lot of the games in their boxes just for stacking purposes, but if you have really large boxes or something that don't fit in there, you can get these bags that are really thick and they're kind of woven with something, and they work great for puzzles and different things like card games, and you could put pretty much anything in them. They have a zipper so everything's in the bag, and then you can file these like a normal file if you wanted to. But I just used the Cricut machine. Again, I used some removable vinyl for it, and then just weeded out the excess, and then just use the transfer tape to put on the word puzzle. Kept it very simple, but you can label it whatever you need to. But again, it just makes it easier for kids I find to have things labeled and then have one area for them to put it. So the kids know that when they want to play a game, all the games are in here and that works for us. You're probably thinking, don't you have a hall closet for that? I do, but I use my hall closet for decor. So we have 2 hall closets, and one on this bedroom side is actually used for my decor. You guys ask me all the time, where do you store all your extra decor? In the closet. I actually have a closet and a half. So one closet in the guest room actually has pillows on a couple shelves because I'm a pillow hoarder. I like them a lot. But this closet is kind of like my accessory closet. And it's really nice because as I decorate for different seasons, I can just come to this closet and shop this and put things back where I need to. And then if I haven't used something in a while, I know I can just get rid of it and donate it. But it's really nice, and I used Cricut again to just label where I wanted things to go. And so I have a shelf of vases, I have a bin for accent decor, I have a bin for candle pillars, and I just have some extra baskets here at the bottom and some signs, but it works really well for me. So the other hall closet we have is actually our linen closet. This one is double the size. I really like it a lot. I should probably swap, put the decor in here and then put the linens in the other one. But either way, I need to downsize on both the items. But I use these bins to help me organize it. Now I have done it without bins and with bins. I can hands down say using bins to organize your hall closet or linen closet is a game changer. It makes the world of a difference because when you have to go put things away, if other people are helping you do laundry or if they're helping clean up and change sheets and things like that in the house, especially the kids, they know exactly where everything is and where they can find it. And I find that is so incredibly helpful, and Cricut just makes it so easy for you to do. These labels, I chose kind of like a tag, kind of like as if it was hanging, since I do have a whole row of bed throws and duvets and comforters that I switch out for different seasons. And then I have king sheets, and then I have the twin sheets, which is great for the kids. They know exactly what theirs are, and I can fit about 2 twin sheets in each of those smaller ones, and then I can fit a full king set in these bigger. These are 13 by 13, those are 11 by 11, I think. I do need to get another set though, because you can see the blankets up here are just extra blankets. Blankets are like pillows. I'm kind of obsessed with both of them, and I can never have too many, you know? I like to use them for decorating different seasons, and it's just fun to cozy up in and stuff. So I need to get a couple more of these and put them up here, but you can visually see where everything is, where everything goes. Up at the very top, toiletries up there extra, and then at the very bottom I have these 2 pink bins and some frames. The 2 pink bins have camping gear, so when we go camping I just load them in the car and we're good to go. Bins and labeling make a world of difference, let me tell you. So in our closet, I wanted to keep the organization in here very simple and clean looking, and so to do that, I kept the labels white to match the white containers. And from far away, you can't even see the labels, which I love, but when you're actually there in the closet, you can see them. And I just like the simplicity of it. I just did the individual letters with the removable vinyl on this, and I really like how sophisticated it looks. It's clean, it's simple, so it didn't draw attention to it, if that makes sense. But I love that with my Cricut machine, I can cut vinyl to leather with it. Their possibilities are really endless, and I hope that you guys will be able to grab one to really customize and organize your home. I hope you enjoyed seeing the different ways I have organized my home and reworked some of the spaces to make them functional and practical for our family's needs. If you have any ways that you like to organize that really work for you, leave them down in the comments below to help everybody else out. If you happen to miss my last few organization videos, they'll be linked here on the screen for you, as well as the description box below. You can just tap the little arrow here. Everything I shared in today's video will be linked there, including the Cricut machines. I'm going to leave them all there because there's a machine that will work for you. All of the machines will organize your home and allow you to craft and make beautiful items that you can even sell. And it's just so much fun to create with Cricut, and I hope that you guys will be able to enjoy part of that too. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, share it with your friends, and until next time, have a beautiful, blessed day. Thank you for spending part of your day with me, and I'll see you in the next one.